These people were always on the cutting edge in their entire career. And I was fascinated, how do they do this? And the thing with my studies and at the University of Michigan back at the time, and this was with all colleges for the most part, there were no projects in school. It was all about, okay, go memorize these things, go learn about these things, take tests, but there were no practical applications of it. And because I had been building things with my grandfather all those years, I'm like, I just want to build. Learn by doing, not learn first, then do. The way you discover what it is you like to do in life is by doing first, then learning about it. You can't learn and then go, oh, I'm going to like being a lawyer, I'm going to like being a doctor. No, you got to get immersed in it. And then you can figure out how much you're going to apply yourself. There's some people who believe, that there was a grandmaster plan at Apple, that we were going to change the world with the iPod and digital music downloads and video downloads, and this was all crafted in year 2000, year 2001, and we were just going to roll it out. And that's not how it happened at all. It really happened by virtue of the CD player actually getting integrated into a Mac, and people started playing tunes on a Mac. And then from there, they were like, wait a second, we could take those tunes off and create mix CDs. Okay, so they started making mix CDs. So they'd rip the tracks off the CD, put them in iTunes, and then print a new disc with those, just like you made mix cassette tapes. Then they were like, wait a second, I can only fit 10 or 20 songs on that CD. Why can't I get more songs? And MP3 players started at the time. And all these MP3 players were tiny. They were either held 15 songs or they held 100 songs, but it took like a day to put the songs on it. Like, all of these things were wrong with them. And that's when they contacted me saying, we're looking at all these MP3 players. We want to let people take their tunes on the go from iTunes, but they're all bad. We think there's an Apple way of doing it. Can you design that for us? So that happened. So that's when the iPod came out, which was 1,000 songs in your pocket. Then from there, we're like, well, what can we do next? And we're like, well, we can put more songs. We did that. We can make it a little smaller, made it better. We started that. And then we go, wait a second. It's now time we can put photos on it, because we'll put a color screen on it because it's cheap enough. We'll put a color screen and we can store all those photos. So we put photos on it. Then we go, wait a second. People want to digitally download music. The labels are failing because they can't, everyone's stealing music. Let's give them an alternative where they can spend $1 a song, get the song they love, and put it on. They don't have to rip the CD, put it on the iPod. They could just download it really quick because there was enough internet bandwidth to the home, and there was enough storage, and the music companies really wanted to sell their music digitally. They hated before that, but now they're willing because they were losing so much money. So then the music store was created. Then after that, the video store was created, and we made video iPods, and so on and so forth. So all of these unfoldings happened over time as we ran into a new problem and a new problem. We didn't have the cash, the team, the technology even, to be able to have a grand master plan back then and just implement it. It was literally heads down, seeing the next problem, solving it, solving it, solving it. This is part of staying beginners, There are many things, I watch our kids grow, and when they were really young, they would look on the floor and they would see every little speck of dirt on the floor. They'd pick it up and they'd look at it. They'd look at every single thing, and they're trying to learn about everything. But as they grew older, they started ignoring all that. And especially now, they're like, what? My room's clean. Like, hardly clean. But when they were young, they saw those little bits and pieces. Now they don't see them anymore. And that's what it means to stay beginners, is to remember to look at all of those little details. Don't habituate. Go back, peel back all of your, preconceived ideas and notions and calluses that have built up over time that may cloud your vision. Go back to the essence. Feel the essence. Feel that frustration. Feel that elation. And now apply that to your work. But you have to look deep to do that.